So it's been busy, I don't know how long. I did a job and I meant to do some videos of it in Jedburgh for a couple guys I met with S&S Clearing and Grubbing. David Seitler and Mike Swearingen. And they saw me on YouTube, and I went and looked at the job before CC passed away, and anyway, they didn't have no other options. They had some muddy crap over there, and I mean, I put out 6 loads starting about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, finished up about 5 yesterday, and we got a model made for it, and we graded it for them because they hadn't, you know, other than staking it, they don't use auto grade, so they didn't have no way to kind of get it back where it needed to be, and that's kind of halfway important with soil cement. But anyway, went from something that I had to put one pod, 8 tons, so like 8.5 to make 25. So just one pod on the truck to be able to back in there and not bog up. Kind of treated my way in, and then saved the load at the end, and kind of proof rolled with that last load, and anything that was soft, I went ahead and like spot treated. And they're good guys. They're going to come help me at another one of my projects this week to get ready for some paving, because I did their job kind of instead of working on that because they were desperate and I kind of felt for them. But anyway, we fixing to, it's Sunday afternoon. We had to wait on some rain to stop and pump some water off, and we're getting ready to treat a section right now. But anyway, if I can get somebody to hold the camera, we're going to try to kind of film the whole thing. So we had to treat today, and the rain was kind of iffy, and I thought it was gone, and about the time, and I wish I'd have taken a video, I started treating, the water started pouring in on here. So I took and put more cement down here in this muddy bottom. And now I'm taking some drier material from the top, and I'm pushing it down here, and I'm gonna squeegee that water over to the corner, and we're gonna pump it out. And then I'm gonna kind of blade some of this mud around in this drier material behind me. And I'm gonna remix it down here, and it should firm it up and dry it up. That's kind of the idea of what we're doing, you know. So if you'll look at this, this is pretty dry, and that's mud. So we're going to mix some of this dry with that mud. We didn't add any water, and then I'm going to mix it, and I'm going to spread it back around, and I'm going to, you know, move the water from where it came in to where I didn't have much, but just a little bit of rain coming on. The problem with this is just, you know, you got a building that's a few acres. Well, hell, more than that. Several, 10 acres, 15 acres. Let's see, 300,000 square feet. I mean, almost 10 acres. And, oh wait, no, it's more than that. It's 3 million square feet. Hell, I don't even know how many acres it is because I ain't doing math right now. And just dew pours off this building, and everything comes off these loading docks and comes right where I'm at. And I knew that, but I'm trying to get this stuff done. I stay busy, can't catch up. And so again, I had a plan. I put more cement powder down here in this bottom, trying to you know, give something to dry up the water, something to mix and make it hard. Ooh, don't let my water come back in on me. But so now if they pump this water that I've squeegeed over here out, pump it around to the other side, I should be able to remix this and dry up this mud. So the bad thing is, when we started this, we were told we would have, you know, probably 6 but no more than 10 spaces to work in. and it was just laid out bad. It should have been bigger areas going all the way across this section, but I kind of came in here after the fact, and the easy stuff was already done. And I came in when they couldn't figure out quite how to do it and how to make the schedule work. So I should have been done probably a month ago instead of still messing with it. I do a section every other week, and it really, realistically, perfect scenario, it takes about 3 days, but the last 2 sections have had a lot of utilities and they've taken several days. And anyway, this one had a water line in it they wanted to relocate. It kind of pissed me off a little bit because they got plumbers in here to relocate it, and they were slow, and you know, well, when you gonna be done? Well, you know, we gotta go home and scratch our ass. Oh, well, how long's that gonna take? Oh, well, we probably won't be back till tomorrow. Oh, you can't be back till tomorrow? Okay, that's no problem. But with me, it's like, you gotta get this shit done. I don't care. And I don't know if it's my personality that makes people push me or what, but it's like everybody else, if they goof off and fart around and sit in the truck and watch, oh, just do what you can. But me, it's like, you gotta get this done. But I reckon I'm making a lot more money than the plumbers are, so I guess that's the price you gotta pay. Anyway. So it just takes a little work. You take the dry material up here and work it down to the bottom, and then remix it where all the cement is, and should be able to make this work. If it can't, I'll just retreat this bottom. Ain't the end of the world. It irritates me, but at the end of the day, if it was easy, I reckon anybody'd be doing it. So for as bad as this was when it started raining, I kept mixing and I kept pushing, and we pumped the water that was out there out. Where it was mud and I couldn't get the mix, we dug it out, threw it out, and I took some dry fill, or you know, treated material, push it back up in them places that I couldn't get to because there was utilities and water lines. But if it had kept raining, there's nothing we could have done. But being that it quit, the cement did its work and was able to dry this mess out. And I had to mix it so many times, I'm going ahead and starting packing now because I know it's going to pack down a lot. And then I'll lay it out, probably most of that pile, I'll push back out, probably most of that as this thing packs down. But anyway, I ain't got but 3 sections left. And I'll be finished with this project. So every place you see a space in the numbers, or you see a PIV or a fire hydrant, that's a declination of a section. But anyway, the spreader truck got rained on with cement powder all over it. Oh well. I got some new chemical I'm gonna try. Some citric and phosphorus acid. Anyway, oh, turn the radio down so we don't get in trouble with that. But anyway, so in spite of how it looked a while ago, it'll come around. All right, so I'm doing my final passes here. And there's the spot over there that looks about off of this mess. And this cement is a wonderful thing. And I didn't add any water up on the top of the hill, so I brought that dry material down here and I reclaimed it all the way to the end, then turned around and brought it back, brought some of that wetter material back into the dry and kind of blended it together and checked grade on it and got it where I want it. We've been having a little problem with yield. So I made sure it was right where it was supposed to be. If anything, maybe a little bit high, and a little trick up my sleeve. I went ahead and when we get done, I'm going to follow the contour lines, and well, you can't see them right there, but anyway, with the rover. And I'm gonna take a topo shot about every 12, 15 feet. And then after it's poured, I'm gonna go to the same spot, so I'm gonna take another topo shot. And I'm gonna make 2 surfaces. And then I'm gonna tell the data collector to compare the 2. And whatever that number comes up with for cubic yards, it is a mathematical certainty that that's what it should have taken to pour it. And we're going to find out whether it's my grading or it's something wrong in the concrete plant. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, yes, you're going to take right here. I'm going to take a shot about every 12 feet along these lines. That's the contour. So a straight line from here to there. It's all the break points. And that's the way that they pour it. Or at least that's the way that they should pour it. If they don't, then your yield's never going to be right. But anyway, when the surveyor comes Tuesday, I'm going to make sure that I'm here, and I'm going to take a shot over there, and I'm going to tell him to take a shot. I'm going to compare what I take to what he takes, because I'm going to figure out why these have been pouring over, one way or the other. And if it pours more than what it's supposed to, then on that one over there, they start at 2 in the morning. About 4, I'm gonna show up with a box, and that box is gonna be 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot with no bottom in it. We're gonna sit it down, we're gonna take a truck, and we're gonna pour it full, and it better fill the box up 10 times, because if it don't, I'm gonna raise hell. Concrete, the only thing that's batched by weight but sold by volume. But anyway, it is, I don't even know what time it is. It's after midnight, I know that. But on a Sunday night, after I don't know how many weeks of working 7 days a week from 4 in the morning until what the hell ever time at night. But anyway, I ain't taking on no new jobs. I'm gonna finish up the ones that I got, and then I'm gonna look at things a little differently, I think, because this is ridiculous. So I got 3 more sections to do over there, and then this job will be done. And I got a couple others I gotta finish up, but anyway, I'm just gonna regroup a little bit. Anyway, there was the bad spot over there. Oh God, it's great. And so what I do here, I come up 2 or 3 foot from the end, I stop, I back up a little bit, I pick up the blade, I come across my little windrow that I've been carrying, and I come up to my concrete, and I touch it nice and flat, put the blade down, hit the automatics, and stay in well, it's not the design area, but anyway, cut 700ths, and that was pure mud just a little while ago. Now the dozer doesn't want to cut it. But anyway, and I take that little windrow I just pulled up here, and I pull it to within, about 2 foot of my tracks, hitting the concrete in behind me. And I go slow and I watch these contour lines. Every time there's a grade break or contour line there, I can feel my butt bubble tells me I'm coming up out of that valley right there where that green line is. Right there. And so I'm on a straight plane, and there'll be another one come up behind me. And when it does, I gotta slow down again because that's where the grade changes again. And I say there's one. I don't think it's a straight plane. It might be. I just felt it change grade right there. Not necessarily see a contour line, but anyway, grade changes. Anyway, we get back here, we're about, a couple of feet. We got a little windrow there. We do the same thing again. We pick up. Get behind the windrow, turn the automatics back on, and we start going forward. And it left a little spot that didn't have fill in it up there, so I'm going to grab a little bit of this fill, and I'm going to take it with me, and I'm going to move over about half a pass, because my pass up ahead of me, one half of it, there's no gaps, and the other half had a couple little gaps in it, so that means it needs a little fill. So I get a little bit of that material and I carry it down with me. And there, just went through that transition. Took the automatics off, pick up my blade, pass my windrow. See, there's a little bit of windrow there. You can't see it hardly when you're pushing it. It kind of hides. Go up, touch the concrete, turn the automatics on. Now that was mud about 2 hours ago right there, but it was mud with cement in it. Oh God, it's great. I'm going to take and pull this windrow back. Anyway, that's what you do to fine grade with a dozer. It's a little bit slower than a motor grader, but for a small area,